Hi, it's Chris here from the EQ Mod project. In this video we're going to look at PECPrep. This will probably be the first in a series of videos on PECPrep. There's a lot to cover. But first of all, I'm just going to show you how to load data files into PECPrep. Let's start PECPrep. Okay, the first thing we need to do is select a mount type. So as you can see, a number of predefined mount types. You can also add your own. Shouldn't be a problem. We should be able to cope with most different types of mount. I'm going to stick with the EQ6 at the moment because that's what I have. The next thing we need to do is load some data. There's a template type load, so if your particular guiding application doesn't or isn't supported in this list, there may well be a way in which we can import the data via a generic template. I'm going to load a PhD log file. Now for PhD, it logs movement in terms of pixels. PECPrep really wants to know about sort of the arc second movement, so we have to convert the pixels to arc seconds, which requires us to know the focal length that was in use. That includes the bar lows and reducers, the pixel size of the camera, any binning that was active, and also the declination of the star. Many people seem to forget this, but if you're at a high declination, it will make quite a significant difference to the amplitude of the periodic error that you'll see in PECPrep. There's also a little checkbox here for applying an EQ mod timestamp, and that just allows, for the purposes of periodic error correction, allows us to synchronize the movement, the star movement, with motor movement. Okay, so having entered this data, you then click OK, and then you browse off to where your log file is stored. Now if I click OK, what happens is PECPrep now converts that PhD log to a new file where the data is stored in terms of arc seconds. If I just bring in a file manager just to show you. So there was our original file. It's now generated this new one. Now what that means is that in future, if I want to go back and look at this data again, rather than loading the PhD log file and having to enter all those parameters, if I can remember them, I can simply load it as a PE recorder file and load this one that's got the EQ mod extension on it. And as you can see, that's a much simpler load. You don't have to enter any parameters for that, it just loads the data. Okay, I think that'll probably do for this video. As you can see, there's an awful lot going on this screen. It's probably better that I cover this in detail in a separate video.